Cowboys Nation, you're going to want to sit down for this one because Jerry Jones just did something that nobody saw coming, and the NFL world is officially on notice. Out of seemingly nowhere, the Dallas Cowboys have signed veteran tight end Jonnu Smith in a move that has stunned fans, analysts, and maybe even Dak Prescott himself. This isn't your typical offseason signing or a backup depth chart filler. This could very well be the missing piece to an offense that's been hunting for that next-level gear. We're talking about a physically dominant tight end, a guy who has flashed serious upside throughout his career, and now, he's coming to Dallas with something to prove. Let's start with this. Jonnu Smith, a fourth-round pick by the Tennessee Titans in 2017, came into the league as an intriguing athletic prospect, someone with a wide receiver's agility wrapped in a tight end's build. Over his first 4 seasons in Tennessee, he developed into a legitimate red zone threat and an after-the-catch monster. He racked up over 1,300 receiving yards and 16 total touchdowns, showing a knack for turning short plays into big gains and punishing defenders who tried to tackle him one-on-one in space. In 2021, he inked a 4-year, $50 million deal with the New England Patriots, where expectations were sky-high. But in a system that didn't always utilize him effectively, sharing targets with Hunter Henry and operating in a more conservative offensive scheme, his numbers dipped. Despite that, he remained a consistent blocking presence and an occasional spark plug when used creatively. Now, entering the 2025 season, he finds himself in Dallas, a fresh start, a new system, and most importantly, a quarterback in Dak Prescott who is quietly hungry to silence critics and elevate this Cowboys offense into elite territory. What makes this signing so intriguing isn't just Jonnu Smith's raw talent or his physical tools, it's what he brings to a Dallas team that has long needed a dynamic tight end to truly complement their offensive weapons. The Cowboys have talent, no doubt. CeeDee Lamb is a certified WR1. Brandon Cooks offers speed and experience. Tony Pollard may be gone, but the running back room is shaping up with fresh legs. And Jake Ferguson? Solid, reliable, and gritty. But what's been missing is that one tight end who keeps defensive coordinators awake at night. Someone who creates mismatches, lines up in multiple spots, and stretches the field vertically in a way that forces defenses to choose between double-teaming wide receivers or risking isolation against an athletic tight end. That's where Jonnu Smith comes in. He's not just a tight end, he's a chess piece. Picture this: 3rd and 5, defense loads up expecting an inside run. The Cowboys line up in 12 personnel, Ferguson on one side, Jonnu on the other. Doc fakes the handoff, rolls out, and suddenly Jonnu is streaking across the middle, matched up against a linebacker he can easily outrun. That's 6 yards and a first down, maybe more. And in the red zone? Imagine double teams on Lamb, safeties keeping eyes on Cooks, and out of nowhere, Jonnu slips into the soft spot in the zone for a 12-yard touchdown. That's not theory, that's what Jonnu did in Tennessee, and with the right play design and opportunity, that's what he could do in Dallas. Now, let's talk Dak Prescott for a moment. Because whether you love him or critique him, one thing is clear: the Cowboys have committed to him. He's the face of the franchise, and 2025 could be a make-or-break season in terms of his legacy. He's got the numbers: over 4,000 passing yards in 2024, a solid TD to int ratio, but the whispers are growing louder. Can he win the big one? Can he push Dallas past the divisional round? Giving him a weapon like Jonnu Smith isn't just a gesture of support, it's a signal that the front office is fully behind Doc, and they're finally surrounding him with versatile, matchup-proof talent. This is a critical year for Mike McCarthy's offense too, which struggled with consistency against elite defenses last year. Adding Jonnu provides schematic flexibility. It allows Dallas to run more creative formations, employ more play action, and diversify their short yardage and red zone options. We could see more bootlegs, more screen passes to the tight end, more motion-based concepts that disguise the real threat until it's too late. In other words, Jonnu makes life easier not just for Doc, but for Kellen Moore or whoever's calling the plays now, because the possibilities just opened up. But before we crown this signing as a genius move, let's be real, it's not without risk. Jonnu Smith isn't coming off a Pro Bowl season. His time in New England was underwhelming statistically, and he's had injury issues in the past. But that's what makes this signing so quintessentially Jerry Jones. This is the classic high upside, low risk move that has the potential to pay off huge. Reports suggest it's likely a one-year deal, possibly worth up to $5 million with incentives. That's peanuts in today's NFL cap world, especially if Jonnu hits even 70% of his ceiling. And let's not forget this Cowboys staff has a great track record of reviving careers. Just look at what they did with Cooks last year or how they integrated veterans into the defensive rotation. There's a belief that in the right system, with a smart quarterback and a stable environment, Jonnu can return to his 2020 form when he caught 8 touchdowns and made defenders look silly on a weekly basis. The Cowboys are betting on that version of him showing up, and if he does, it completely reshapes the NFC landscape. And fans are already buzzing. Social media exploded within minutes of the news dropping, with Cowboys Twitter running wild with excitement and speculation. Some are cautiously optimistic, others are already calling it the steal of the offseason. On Reddit, fans are debating whether Jonnu will immediately start or split snaps with Ferguson. On YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere you look, the energy is undeniable. Because this isn't just about a player, it's about belief. Belief that Jerry Jones still has the fire to chase another Lombardi. Belief that Dak is finally going to have the help he needs. And belief that the 2025 Cowboys are ready to do something special. And you know what? That belief might just be justified. Because when you really break it down, Jonnu Smith fits. He fits the culture. He fits the scheme. He fits the timeline. He's hungry. He's proven. And most of all, he's unpredictable. You don't know if he's going to block, go deep, run a drag, or fake the screen and leak out. That kind of versatility is rare, and it's dangerous in the right hands. And in Dallas, those hands belong to Dak Prescott. So, what happens next? First, we watch how Jonnu integrates in minicamp. Is he running with the first team? Is he lining up wide, or are they using him strictly inline? Does he develop chemistry with Dak? Next, we look at the playbook. Do we see signs that the Cowboys are designing plays specifically for him? If he's healthy, and if he's involved early, then expect big things. We'll know more by preseason, but the signs are encouraging. If you're a fantasy football player, keep your eyes peeled. Jonnu could be a late-round sleeper, especially in PPR formats. And if you're a Cowboys fan? Well, this is what hope looks like. This is what a calculated gamble looks like. And this could be exactly what pushes Dallas past teams like San Francisco, Philadelphia, or even Kansas City. The NFC isn't getting easier. Teams are faster, more dynamic, more creative than ever. If you're not evolving, you're falling behind. But the Cowboys, with this move, have taken a step forward. Not a leap, not a headline-grabbing blockbuster trade, but a smart, savvy step. And sometimes, that's all it takes. So to wrap it up, Jerry Jones has done it again. In a league where news breaks every 5 minutes, and signings happen by the dozen, this one stands out. Jonnu Smith to the Dallas Cowboys isn't just a personnel move, it's a statement. A statement that this franchise isn't done swinging. A statement that they're building around Dak, not just paying him. And a statement that the NFC better watch its back. Because when Jonnu starts catching fire in this offense, and the Cowboys might just become the most dangerous team in football. And that's not just hype. That's fact. So if you're as excited as we are, drop a comment below, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and let's ride this wave together all season long. Because something special might be brewing in Dallas, and Jonnu Smith might just be the spark that lights the fire.